Oh, hot diggity dog, it's that time of year again. But I still need to let my mum know I'm still alive, so happy Sunday, everyone. Here I am. Hi, Mum. I just thought I'd better quickly pop in because why break the habit of 2024 by not doing a weekend update live from Baku, as it were. First things first, summer has most definitely arrived. It is forecast to be in the 30s every single day next week. We had a beautiful thunderstorm last Sunday, lasted about 10 minutes. And since then, it's been absolutely lovely. It's really, really warm. I'd forgotten what it was like. And obviously, it was still in the 20s in November for a while, but the heat just isn't as strong. I mean, we're talking some of the old ladies have removed their cardigans. That's how warm it is. So when the old ladies remove their cardigans and the men take off their sports coats, it means business. It's lovely, actually. The students and the young people are flouncing around in absolutely beautiful dresses and, going to the park and playing ball, and it's really nice. But unfortunately, it coincides for me with exam marking season, which has started with a vengeance this week. So I had 3 days of team leader training this week, but that was lovely because I am a bit of a marking addict. I really, really enjoy doing it. And I know most people hate it, but I like marking exercise books, copy books, we call them here. I like marking copy books. I like marking exam papers. I like marking on screens. So it's a joy for me. And it's really, I feel like I'm developing with it because I'm not the baby anymore. I'm not the new person. There are new team leaders this year. And I'm in about my 4th year of doing it now. So I'm not a baby anymore. I can't use that as an excuse when I'm pecking my team leader's head, saying, I don't know what I'm doing here. But so, yeah, made a start on that. 3 days of training, that was lovely. And then it went live yesterday. So I've got through my standardisation, trying to get my team through now. I've set myself up a little desk and chair by the window. Sadly, I've put it by the door because I thought, I'll mark on the balcony. That'll be lovely. It is absolutely blowing a gale. It has been for the last 2 days, so it's not really sitting on the balcony weather purely because you just get blown around and get absolutely filthy. So I'm doing it inside for today. But yeah, that'll keep me occupied anyway. So apart from that, I haven't done a great deal because obviously that's taken up a big chunk of my time. I haven't lost any weight this week. I lost like just over £1 the week before, which I forgot to mention. Major victory. So it's about 12 pounds I've lost, I think. So that's it's not bad. Chris is absolutely, there's just weight falling off Chris every time he weighs himself, which is so unfair, but such is life. But I didn't lose anything this week because I didn't get out on my walks with being indoors all day. And when I'm at home, I pick up things, and probably I didn't go wild, but I didn't eat little enough. So yeah, apart from that, yesterday we've had a slight change of plan that we met in the evening instead of for breakfast, and Kyella suggested that we do that from now on because it's going to be hot. It's going to be really hot, 11, 12 o'clock. So the plan was we were going to go to the Hilton, which, is massively overpriced because it's the Hilton. But, I suppose it's an experience. So we met there and trundled up on the lift all the way up to the Sky Bar on the 25th floor, which revolves. It goes round and round. But because it was blowing a gale, the outside space wasn't open, which, it makes sense. I didn't particularly want to get blown off and land on Boulevard, but also it wasn't what we were there for. So we meandered out again, found somewhere different to eat. We went to this restaurant that was, it's called The Gallery. The menus here tend to be absolutely huge. So they sell everything, steaks, chicken, pizzas, pasta, risottos, burgers, salads, and they've just always got too much on the menu. And this place, we waited an hour for our food. An hour. It was busy. Apparently, yesterday was the International Child's Day, and Azerbaijan loves the celebration, so everyone taking their kids out for the day. And this place was rammed, and they had enough waiting staff on to wait on the whole of Southeast Asia, I would think, but only one chef. He was struggling somewhat because there's this attitude here. It's an old Soviet hangover of like everyone must work. So everywhere you go is massively overstaffed. So you go in the supermarket, which, the supermarkets are not expensive, but they don't sell a great deal. You go in and there's fruit and veg, but you can't just take your fruit and veg and pay for it. You have to go to a man or a lady, and they will weigh the fruit and veg and then put a sticker on it for you, and that's their job. And then as you progress further into the supermarket, there's basically some fresh meat, eggs, that kind of thing, tinned and jarred stuff like vegetables. And then there's one aisle dedicated to vodka, another one dedicated to tea, and a third one that's dedicated to pick and mix. And that one also has a person who weighs the pick and mix and puts a sticker on it for you. You can't do your own. And then at the back there's a bakery usually, which sells cakes and bread and stuff. So there's always more staff than you can possibly imagine you would need. But in this case, only one chef. So they brought every table this fruit platter with a smoking volcano in the middle of it. I have no idea what the purpose of that was, but it looked very impressive. And, we all whipped our phones out and videoed it immediately. So anyway, when the food came, it was fine. Nothing special, but nothing awful either. It was nice. And then we meandered home again, and it was so windy. I dropped those two off at 28 May station and carried on walking, and we all got home and said we were just covered in sand, all of us were, and I was wearing like a dress that I had to hold all the way through Baku because it was about to turn into a parachute and take me off. Nad's had her extensions taken out, and she's got pink hair as well now, so we're twinning. And she keeps buying me presents. I think it's because I'm coming to the end of my time here and we're going to miss each other. And also, she's very big on self-improvement, is our Nads. She looks after herself in a way that I could never, ever... Well, I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. So she goes to the gym a few times a week. She goes to the cosmetologist, I think they're called, which I thought was something to do with stars, but it's not. It's to do with aesthetics. And I suppose it's the same in England now. I see these girls in their 20s, early 30s, and they're having their faces filled just because it's kind of the equivalent of, old fart that I am, me going to get my hair cut every 6 weeks. It's just standard. So she gets all that done. And it really annoys her that I won't, I love getting my nails done. I like getting a pedicure. I love false lashes, but I don't look after them properly. And everyone knows I love the laser. But I won't go in. I don't want filler. I don't want surgery. I won't go and get like a chemical peel or anything like that. And she's trying so hard to convince me. She's like, let's go get facials. And I'm like, okay, Nancy, we'll go for a facial. Actually, I've just spoken to my cosmetologist and they said you need this procedure with peeling and needles. And like, no, Nads, no, that's not happening. I'm not going to have that done. So instead, she's buying me gifts, which is nice. So this week I've had this. This is an eyelash serum, which is going to make my eyelashes longer, apparently. And this hyaluronic acid eye patches, which I applied last night whilst watching a bit of TV before I went to bed. And they're really jolly lovely. And I might be tempted to indulge in some hyaluronic acid or retinol or whatever they call it. Is it retinol? Yeah, it's not rehypnol. That's something completely different. And then also this week, my gift was also... a packet of bay leaves because she's got a bay tree outside a kitchen window. So I now know that if I'm making something like a curry or casserole or something, they do smell really nice. I've got fresh bay leaves sitting there as well. So that was nice. So we just like trundled home, taking daft videos of each other going through underpasses and being blown along the streets of Baku. So I don't know what we're going to do next week, whether we're going to do a daytime one or whether we're going to do an evening one again. But it was quite nice, quite good fun. Oh, I went out on Friday as well. I forgot about that. It was payday. I got overexcited. So I was just leaving school on Friday, and Gavin and Rob were stood outside waiting for a taxi. You know, slackers won't be metro wankers like me. And I went piling over, sunshine, money in our bank accounts. I'm like, my boys, what are we up to? And they were like, oh, we're just getting a taxi home. It's like, let's go for a drink. So we did. We went for a drink, which turned into 5 drinks. But these things happen. And after the 5th drink, when they were buying another round and I was going, no, please, no, don't buy me anymore, they decided it was time for me to call a taxi because they didn't want to have to look after me during another recuperation with any broken limbs or anything. So I got myself a taxi, got myself home, texted them to let them know I'd got it back in one piece. And Rob just replied, oh, that's me down 20 Manat. We had a bet on. Gav had more faith in you than I did. They were convinced I was going to break something again because I was a little bit wobbly. So yeah, that was nice. Been out twice in one weekend. And then Nad is saying to me, you said we were going to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm like, yeah, it's literally the first time I've been out in weeks. And also, I didn't really want to go out on Saturday because I was tired after Friday, but I only went out to please you, Nads, because I love her and I like to make her happy. So, yeah, so that was a busy weekend for me. And apart from that, I've spent all my daytime just marking, which, like I say, I enjoy it. And it's going to be my job. I don't want to teach forever. I don't want to teach for more than another few years. So then I can mark, and I can still do that, as long as I've still got the use of both my arms. Chris can, even if I've lost both my legs or something, Chris can just, wheel me up to a computer and I can get on with it. So, yep, not much going on at home. I know my mum will be wondering what's happening with the house sale. We are waiting for searches to be returned on the one that we're buying. I am harassing the solicitor on a daily basis, but gosh, they don't half take their time, don't they? I'm just hoping it gets done because, we're getting on that Eurostar or Eurotunnel, channel, whatever you call it, on the 11th of July, whether we've moved or not. I'm going to get going. So, yeah, that's me. I won't be up to much next week either because I'll still be marking on my lovely computer in its windowsill. So I hope everyone's all right. I hope you're all well. And take care. Peace out. Oh yeah, it's been like that for a while. Stuart said. So we're all trying to do
Ничего не сняла, я сейчас снимаю. Да? Да.